Yeah. What it look like? Welcome to the Hit It Harder podcast. I am your boy, Mr. Eubanks, and to my left or right, I have
Kyler Adams.
So this is our introductory podcast. So we're gonna talk about anything and everything and see where it goes. No scripts, just real and raw. So kind of explain, Kyler, introduce yourself, people that don't know you. And let me know about yourself.
Well, obviously, my name is Kyler Adams, so we got that out of the way. Originally from Minnesota, grew up in Hutchinson, Minnesota. Hutch Bowl. Shout out everybody at Hutch Bowl.
Okay.
Graduated high school out of Hutchinson High School. Moved up to St. Cloud, Minnesota. Spent about 6 years there, bowling out of Southway Bowl. Shout out everybody at Southway Bowl.
Was that your juniors or?
Well, juniors and everything was in Hutchinson.
Okay.
And moved up to St. Cloud for college. Went to college to be a mechanic. Woohoo! Awesome fun stuff there, right? No.
When did you start bowling?
When I was 4.
4. Okay.
My first league was at 4.
That's pretty young, yo.
I wasn't supposed to start league, but I had a lot of energy as a kid, and my parents were like, "Hey, we got to get this kid doing stuff." They signed me up for everything they could. I was in swimming, I was in bowling, I was in baseball, t-ball, football, wrestling.
Yeah.
I was in gymnastics. Like anything they could do to get my energy out.
I just think they wanted you out the house. I mean, that's what it's.
I mean, that could have been. That very well could have. That very, very well could have been. But I had a bunch of energy as a kid, so they just signed me up for everything. And 4 years old, they were like, "Can we put him in bowling?" Because I love bowling. My parents bowled probably 5-6 nights a week. Between my mom and my dad, I was down at the bowling alley constantly. And they just were like, "Well, can he bowl?" Because he loves bowling.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Well, can he sit through 2 full games without getting distracted?"
Right. Running off to the arcade.
Yeah. Like, can he sit there? And my parents are like, he'll have no problem sitting there for 2 games. Sure enough, I sat there. I was glued. Two full games. My first game, shot a 48. Tells you how much natural talent I have at this game.
Big jam.
It's been 24 years of hard work is what I can tell you. It wasn't natural at all. But man, I love it. Since I was 4, I haven't missed a year league. Nice. I've been in some sort of league every year for the last 24 years. Nice. So
same. I'm born in South Central Los Angeles, California. I started league 1989, so I was 7. But me and my brothers, we all started it at like 2. Actually me and my brother have a joke. We said we golf juniors before we were bowlers. Jesse Owens par 3 on Western. I forgot. It's on Western. We used to golf 9 holes. And then one day, because my dad bowled, my mom bowled, and one day we just stopped by Southwest Bowl. Said, we want to do that now. So, been in the bowling alley ever since 1989. A lot of y'all weren't even born back then, but I'm 44 now, so y'all can do the math. But it's kept me out of trouble. I love it. So kind of like a love-hate relationship, obviously. But it's kept me out of trouble. I've traveled the country doing it and had a lot of fun. And obviously we're here talking about it now. So, yeah.
I've always said, no matter where you're at, you can move anywhere in the country.
Yeah.
You walk into a bowling alley. If you love bowling, people are gonna know.
Yeah,
sure. That's pretty much how I did it. When I moved, like I said, I grew up in Hutchinson. I moved up to St. Cloud. I didn't know anybody in St. Cloud. I walked in. I started practicing. People, hey, you're not so bad. You know, you want to sub on a league. You know, you want to sub on a team. That's how I got on all these teams. You make a bunch of friends. I moved out here to Arizona. I reached out to you because I knew you were out here. Thanks to the videos, I knew you were out here. I was like, hey, you don't know me. I don't know you.
But let's bowl.
I said, I'm new out here. I need somebody to bowl with. And you said, sure, figure out what league, what time, what day. Let's do it. Yeah, and you did it. And
exactly.
It's been awesome ever since.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. The bowling has it's a nice community when it's nice, you know.
Right.
There's some not so good sides of it, obviously, but yeah, met a lot of nice people, a lot of nice connections. You know, you'd be surprised what a lot of people do. It's like, oh, you bowl, yeah. Then it's like you see what they do in the outside world and things like that. You know, so you make a lot of nice connections and all that kind of stuff. It's good times though.
So it's always, oh, my mom and dad used to bowl.
Yeah. We put up the little bumper thingies. It's like, no, not
I love
that
Wii
kind
bowling.
Then you got to explain that. It's all fun though. But yeah, so that's a little bit about us. So why this podcast? Like, why? You know, for me, I can start, and we'll both kind of elaborate on it. As you can see, ball reviews here. We got Revelated. We got the logo. Check that out. I started doing ball reviews. I've always done ball reviews. I think my earliest one on the internet was, I think I got a Virtue Gravity up on the internet somewhere. Different channels, but I review bowling balls a whole lot. Excuse me. And the natural progression from that is, hey, I've never received like a comp bowling ball. Like never, ever, ever. So everything I've ever reviewed, I paid out of pocket reviewing it because I spent money on it. It's like, hey, I spent my hard-earned money on it. I'm going to tell you like it is, what it is. So once I got tired of that, I came out with my own brand, obviously right here. And you can't go back to reviewing other stuff once you got to do that.
Yeah,
like,
you can't tell somebody else that their ball sucks and you're making your own bowling balls now. Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like, don't want to get kind of sued or whatever, you know, cease and desist exists, you know. So there's no turning back to that. So it's like I got cases stashed away. I try to put out a ball. I'm going to try to put out a ball every year. This one, I have about 15 left and 15 pounds. Hopefully by the time you hear this, it's sold out.
Get yours at hihbowling.com.
hihbowling.com and the merch. Check it out. But yeah, there was no going back to that. So it's always, I just turn more to promote myself, you know, promote a brand, promote something, build that table. Kyler, you know, brought up some stuff and it was we're kind of bouncing ideas and this is kind of Kyler's idea. And I was like, you know what? That sounds really good.
Yeah.
You know,
I think the conversation kind of started. You said after you made Revelated.
yeah.
You said, man, I don't know
Like,
what
what's
I'm gonna,
next?
I don't know what I'm going to do for long form videos on my channel anymore. I can't do ball reviews. I got my own ball now.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at you. I said, you ever watch any of the bowling podcasts? And you said no. And I said, well, why don't you go home and watch a few and then let me know what you
Yeah.
think? You said it's a bunch of dudes sitting in front of a webcam talking.
Yeah, it's like that is so like 2020. So me, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna invest the most stupidest amounts of money into it as much as possible and really, really try to do it learning, spending hours and weeks learning how to do stuff on YouTube and whatnot. To just go full blast with it. Like, does this environment seem welcoming? You know, production values, you know, it's like, you want to be reminded of the COVID era where it's all Zoom calls? Nah, I'm sorry. So
I don't want to know how many encyclopedias you got, what kind of collection of thesauruses you have on your shelf. Like, I don't know. That doesn't scream bowling environment to me. Like, I don't know. I think, but yeah, like I said to you, I said, you know, there's no production value in it. They're all kind of boring. And I feel like bowlers deserve a little bit more than just, I mean,
there's no entertainment. It's like,
I mean, bowling, as much as I wish that this sport was just booming and it was just this crazy thing, that, you know, like golf is crazy huge. Like, I wish bowling was that same way. And at one point in time it was. Yeah. It was bigger. It was bigger than football in America.
It was the
biggest thing there was. Yeah. And I wish it was that way now, but I just think that, you know, some of the podcasts don't do a good job of shining a positive light on the sport. And I think that it needs that. Right. So that was one of the things that I really kind of threw towards you. Yeah. It was like, it's something that we both love. Why not? For
sure. And like everything, like if you're looking at the set now, right? Everything in the set came from a bowling center. Most of it anyway. Like, I have an official pin deck. The pin deck that these pins is on is a regulation size pin deck came out of Southwest Bowl, where I grew up. Bowling Juniors closed in I can't remember 2000. I don't know. I actually do. Well, there was a regional, PBA regional in Simi Valley or something like that. That weekend of that regional was closed because I had shot like 8:30 the last three to make the cut. And then it closed that night. That's the only way I remember that. But the pin deck is from there. Each 9 of these pins are from Cal Bowl, a used set of pins, except the 5 pin, which is a ABC WIBC pin out of Southwest Bowl. The settee chairs, Glen Fair Lanes, now closed. This Luster King that Kyler's sitting next to, it is a functioning Luster King, all right? That came out of Saranac Lanes, I believe. And they're out of New York, like Canada type New York, like like 20 minutes from the border of New York. So bought that, had it shipped all the way out here, running up. Of course, all this I just made. I got that. That's the logo. Those are the balls. But the Brunswick sign, like all this stuff is vintage stuff that you're not going to find in bowling centers in probably the next 5 years. Not going to be any free fall pins. The Luster King, kids don't even know what that is.
Why is there a dishwasher at the bowling alley?
Right? And even like the sign back there, that's the old school when games were $1.75 or $1.25 and $2.50 on the weekends,
Pepperoni pizza was $7.75.
Exactly. Now you pay a game, it's like $10, so just bring that nostalgia. And I got a little bit of old man get off my grass when it comes to bowling, but I mean, that's another rant. I mean, no, it's gonna be a rant for right now. We got time. So it's like we're gonna go into a controversial topic. So like the two-handed thing, right? It's not that, remember 1989 thing, right? So I have a rule book and I actually put a video out so you guys can check that out. And I read the specific rule. It didn't really say two-handed bowling was illegal, quote unquote, but it kind of implied it. It said when it came to like the bumpers, it was an unsanctioned event and the lane was like 40 feet and you can deliver the ball with two hands. That's what it said. So if you're saying in a rule book that you can do something, wouldn't that kind of imply that you can't do it if it was sanctioned, And we'll have to read that on another episode, but it's not that old people hate it. It's the fact that old people like myself were taught not to do it. And you can say, Belmonte or whatnot, but they're in a completely different country. So Our rules were different from their rules. So no matter when he started doing it, we couldn't do it out here. We didn't see it. PBA, you could switch left hand to right hand, and it didn't matter. But I'm just saying that's a whole nother topic. We can evaluate those a little later. But
is it, you weren't taught that way, right? Because the traditional style of bowling was not that way.
Right.
It was 3 fingers, one hand.
Yes.
But is it because, is it people are pushing back against it because it's not that they don't like it, but it's because maybe in the back of their head they think it's an unfair advantage that they never got to learn?
I think that's what it is, but I'm in a completely different thing because hit it harder. I don't have the issue of
and where I come from is I've bowled a lot of tournaments in my life. Now, I'm not even 30 years old, but I bowl probably more than I should. But I've beaten just as many two-handers as I've lost.
Right.
So is it really that unfair an advantage? I can't say it is.
Well,
you can see on certain conditions, like when everybody makes the cut is two-handed, hey, maybe it's a little unfair. But there's same thing sometimes. Hey, 8 out of the 10 people that made the cut are left-handed.
Right.
Well, maybe the left is walled today.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
I mean, it's usually walled, but
oh, excuse me. I think with a lot of the equipment changes, it kind of evened it out.
Yeah.
Because when they was getting off the double thumb hold, that was kind of wild. Like they was getting reactions that you couldn't replicate because
When you can drill your finger holes in a triangle and get 6 different balls out of one ball. Hey, I got a 3-ball roller, but I got 18 balls with me today.
Yeah, that was kind of wild. Like
And
that was kind of unfair.
I lost the tournament to a 2-hander because that he was throwing a Storm Joyride.
Wow.
Like a root beer scented ball there, yeah. He had 3 finger holes in a triangle, and I was like, man, what's going on here? He's just like, oh yeah, I can put my hand this way and this way and that way and that way and that way and that. I'm like, and I'm supposed to beat that?
Yeah.
Like this dude's got 18 bowling balls on the rack. That's got to be against the rules, right?
Yeah, that was a wild time. Now the triangle layout, the double thumb, your palm is not even anywhere near the hole. It's like I'm stuck to 1, 2, 3 and a weight hole somewhere else. You know, it's like core dynamics and whatnot. But
well, and back in those days, so I had one of the original run Venom shocks.
Mm-hmm.
I drilled it pin on axis. No matter what we did, we drilled the biggest crater in the side of that ball that we legally could, and I still couldn't get it legal under the old rules.
Wow.
I don't know if it was the thumb weight or top weight, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
We could not get that ball legal, so I couldn't throw it. And I thought it was great. Yeah. Whatever I did with my hand, the ball, if I got up the back of it, that ball rolled dead straight. If I got around it, that ball went dead sideways.
Yeah.
Now, I loved it. It was awesome because it did whatever my hand did. So if my hand was in the right spot, the ball was going to do what I did. Do the right thing every time.
Nice. My brother it's funny, just going off of weight holes. My brother used to have it was like a Stars and Stripes plastic ball. So the way he drilled it, he figured out the way to drill it, and the weight hole he had on the side was literally like the size of
a Jopo
bigger than that. Like,
Jesus.
I could sit like 4 fingers in that thing. Like, it was the biggest weight hole ever. But when he rolled it, that thing was like a perfectly like waving flag or something like that. Like, it was the funniest stuff ever. That's what I miss, like the old finger layout, just doing funny stuff with drillings, you know, because we used to drill and just drill the most randomest stuff. Yeah. I drilled all this stuff. He's like, put whatever you want on it. I'm like, all right. So I put like mass bias over here, CG here, and then drill it in between the two. Like the most craziest of layouts. Flip a ball upside down, and some of it would actually work.
Well, I'm not gonna say who. I don't want to say nothing who, but somebody at the Age and Ong tournament out here last year was telling me that he had gone to a tournament in Europe, and the people over there were drilling their urethane balls upside down, where the pin and the CG were below the thumb.
Yeah.
And they were getting those balls to flare like 4 inches. Urethane balls, like a pitch black, flare like 4 inches. Wet flare, 4 inches. Like,
wow.
I don't know what they're doing. But that's something I want to try at some point. Grab
what
a
did I
urethane
have?
ball.
I think I had
flip it upside down, like drill it upside down like that.
I think I drilled a Sting upside down, Black Widow Sting, or it was some hammer. I drilled it upside down, and that thing, it thumped in the first part, but after that, it was left turn, so it worked.
Once it flared off the thumb hole, then you were good. Man, that was my problem when I was younger. Is I was so far up the back of the ball. Which, if you know me nowadays, you're probably like, "Oh, Kyler up the back of the ball, whatever." I'm so far up the side of it, but I was so far up the back of the ball, I couldn't throw anything pinned down because it would roll over the thumb and the ring finger.
Right.
And then I guess not naturally, but I tried and worked at it to the point where I got my track a little bit lower. And doing that, I kind of got around the side of it a little bit more, but now I can throw pin down stuff.
Right.
No problem. I don't necessarily like throwing pin down stuff, but I can throw it. It doesn't roll over the fingers anymore.
Pin down is mainly reserved for me as my big ASIMs. Yeah, solid ASIMs are like always pinned down. Outside of the first time I ever drilled a proton physics, I did something experimental with it. Went like 3 3/8 pin, like the most max aggressive, and that thing looked beautiful. Because it's like in my head, it's like, okay, what is a double negative, right? So high rev rate, high aggressive layout should kind of balance out the reaction, right? Like negative and a negative is a positive.
Yeah, it should just roll
Got
out,
it in my brain, you know?
Yeah, it should just hook and then just do nothing. Yeah.
So, yeah.
In that case, hook and then crack.
Yeah. I don't know how much. Well, it happened to me, so I guess I can talk about it. I mean, yeah, like that one cracked, and then literally I went to go bowl nationals. I shot the Idol Cosmos review at the Orleans with my brother. and I had a brand new Proton Physics for Nationals. I took it in there, didn't throw it, just took it in the bowling center. We shot the review, loaded up in my car. Everything was fine. By the time I got from the Orleans to South Point, it had cracked all the way around.
Jesus Christ.
Never touched it, never threw it, never took it out the bag. And I'm like, so Nationals with, I was, that wasn't a good showing at all. Like my bread and butter, when I was throwing a Proton everywhere, that the ball was so good. So,
Would you have 3 of them?
yeah, I actually had 4. I drilled the 2 and I stashed 2.
And how many of those 4 cracked?
Just 2.
Just
the
2 of
2.
them? Okay.
Yeah. The original one that I threw for like a year, and then the second one that I had found from someone and it cracked. Okay. So
gotcha.
Yeah. But now we off of that. Now we got the logo and Revelated. So now I just throw my own stuff everywhere. And that'll probably be the last time I mention anyone else's stuff. We just, because I'm not giving out promo anymore. Why? Why would I?
True. I mean, I'll mention other stuff, I guess, but
send him. Hey, you guys want to? Hey, send Kyler everything. He's open. We are whoring this thing out. So
I'm signed with one company, and that is Virtue Bowling Supply.
Bowling
and
Supply.
that is it. I'm a silver level influencer.
Yeah.
And now I'm really an influencer because I'm social media
podcast.
I'm a YouTuber.
I got a YouTube channel.
I get to be every kid's dream job.
Yeah.
This isn't my job. If you need a ball that's clean and it hooks a lot, pick up a logo. Ball hooks a ton.
The logo.
That ball hooks a ton. I went 45 by 5 1/4 by 45. Me and Rich at Virtue, Bolero Mesa.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we came up with. We wanted something. We wanted the layout to kind of pick up in the mid lane. Wanted the ball to pick up in the mid lanes, but we knew we wanted it to kind of get off the spot because we knew that the core numbers are pretty big.
Yep.
And so we still wanted it to pick up off the spots. That's why we went with 5 1/4. 45 by 5 1/4 was pick up a little bit earlier, and then get off the spot. And then we went 45. That's actually like a little bit smoother for me than what I usually do.
Right.
The back number, a lot of times it's like 25, 30, 35. So we went a little bit smoother actually once it comes off the spot. Pick it up off the spot, but kind of be smooth off of it.
Yeah.
Man, it picks up in the mid lane and it comes off the spot.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
I threw it, that little review video I slapped together. I mean, the last couple shots you see in that video, me lofting the left gutter, I'm standing 52. 52. I'm standing 52. Like,
nice.
Yeah.
And
just wanted to make sure everybody heard that.
Yeah. That's kind of been like the consistent feedback I've been getting. Like my ball or anybody, I've never lied in the ball review to try to sell a ball. Like I fronted the cost for 150 of these. So I have to sell these, but I'm still going to be honest, which is why I built the community that I built, If you want it, you want it. If you don't, I'll catch you on the next one. It's okay. No hard feelings, Like Revelated, that was a completely niche ball, like niche. And I made people sign a disclaimer, and people still bought it, And people are still looking for it now. I actually got an order to fill one now because I got a few 16s left. But people want that ball even more now, But hey, that was last year's release.
And it's one of those things. But that was the first attempt at a ball.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my first stab at it.
That was the first stab at it. And I didn't personally throw it all that much just because with what I was bowling on, it didn't really match up with a lot of the stuff that I bowled on. But I did throw it on Viper one day, and I was able to play fallback on Viper on 37 feet, and everybody went, "Are you throwing plastic? What are you throwing?" I said, "No, I'm throwing a Revelated." They're like, "We can't play there." Yeah. I'm like, "Well, you don't have a Revelated." I mean, I don't know.
It puts you in parts of the lane that I said, play the dirt. Here I am with, 550, 600 rev rate when I feel like it. I'm standing 20 and just yamming it up 5. Not up 5, but, 15 to 5.
Yeah. And for somebody that has insane amount of rev rate, that everything hooks, everything comes off the spot too hard. It's a great ball for
That's
them
it.
because it's not going to overreact on
Play
you.
the dirt.
It is not going to overreact. It's going to be the smoothest ball in your bag.
Yeah. And you'll move 1 and 2 boards at a time.
And then
That's
if
it.
you're the same guy that has a super high rev rate and everything bounces off the spot on you, and you want to loft the left gutter, you buy a logo. And then you loft the left gutter.
This is what my equipment was for. The high rev rate guy. We are forgotten. You can have a high rev rate, but everything now is catered to two-handed high rev rate. What about the thumb? What about, I see all the technologies and whatnot. Like, if I have a 5-inch span, where am I going to drill? I think a lot of these dynamic cores and whatnot, they don't think about that, right? So my hand is palming over the parts you're supposed to hit or hit this, do that. But okay, well, I'm missing everything because my hand is a lot bigger,
Way bigger than my hand.
Yeah.
I remember when you got the logo,
Yeah.
you drilled that first one, you went and threw it, and I was at the bowling alley that day, and I tried to throw it.
Yeah.
And I might have put, 7 revs on it.
Yeah.
I couldn't hardly even get these fingers to touch the finger holes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think about that a lot. Like, even drilling finger holes, right? Like nationals. If your ball didn't make it, that guy would just put a hole anywhere. Like, no, you don't have to just put a weight hole. So center your grip is your center your grip. So here's your center your grip. Ring finger, middle finger, ring finger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything I take off of this side is going to take off a side weight. So what if I go deeper in this hole? I used to do that, like angle inside this hole deeper to take out more side weight as opposed to putting a balance hole in it, How does that affect, core shape if I just jam this one hole only, Like, that's a lot of stuff that I got questions on that I don't think anybody's ever, like, kind of pushed the envelope on. Like, hole depth. Don't do both holes, do one hole.
Right. Yeah. Take more out of one finger hole than the other. You could do that as a two-handed layout too, though, and kind of get the same sort of thing.
Yeah, that changes the whole shape of the core. I'm just not smart enough to do all that kind of stuff, but it's an idea, people.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to deal with all that either. But I mean, I understand bowling and I understand some of the technical things to a certain extent.
Right.
I'm not, some of those guys go way crazy, like moping out, like the stuff that that guy knew. My God, like that stuff blows my mind.
Yeah.
But I understand, you got a pin-up ball and you're drilling a ball pin-up. You're drilling your finger holes into the side of the ball and you're basically making the core, you're lowering the RG and you're increasing the differential. I understand when you drill it pinned down, you're taking off the top of the core. That raises the RG and lowers the differential. Basically, I mean, you drill the ball pin up, makes the core stronger. You drill the ball pin down, it makes the core weaker. That's basically how that works.
My understanding of that is, what you said is right, but I'm so old school. It's like pin up goes longer, pin down goes earlier, or seems earlier, but it's really just smoother or delayed. I don't know. It all looks the same to me.
It flares less. Pin down. I mean, a lot of it. I guess the flare, at least in my knowledge, is the flare is kind of dependent on your pin distance.
Okay.
You go if your pin distance is like a strong pin distance,
determines
which 3 3/4, if I'm not mistaken, is like one of the strongest pin distances that you can do. That's going to make the ball flare a ton. Right. And it doesn't matter what the angles are. Your first and second angle, it's not going to matter what your first and second. The ball's going to flare a ton if you put a 3 3/4 inch pin on it.
Yeah.
I actually have a ball right now. The big ASIM solid ball that's in my bag right now that we drilled has a 3 3/4 inch pin on it. But we've tried to smooth it out as much as we could with the angles. We went really low with the first angle.
Yeah.
We increased the second angle. It gets the ball to read super early. It's really strong. Reads in the oil, digs in the oil. And it's just super smooth off the back end. It doesn't jump off the back end. The ball I had before that was in that spot in my bag, read early and just bounced off of it, and I couldn't do anything with it. Right. It was just way too strong, and I didn't need a ball that was that strong. Exactly. I needed a ball that just reads it early and just comes off of it nice and smooth. And the first set that I threw with that ball after we drilled that new one with that 3 3/4 inch pin, was 756.
Okay, nice.
That was on Kegel Titanium. That was not on House Shot, but I think it should have been their House Shot.
Yeah,
That was at Union Hills, and it was insanely high scoring. I was the last guy in the cut at 756 in the scratch division.
Wow, 756. that reminds me like that was my highest series like as a junior, I think, and I did it out here when I lived in LA. On the, I think it was a 2000 Desert Open, something like that. Didn't make the cut, but I went like 250, 260, like something just crazy. Orange Messenger.
Is that what it was?
The Orange Messenger Pearl, yeah.
Okay.
That ball was so good. So.
Yeah, it was funny you say that. Like my first time I ever shot 700. I didn't just shoot 700. I shot like 770.
Yeah.
Something like that. I went from like 680 to 770. I never shot 700 in my life as a junior. Shoot 770.
And back then we used to get a medal. Did you get a medal?
We got patches.
Patches?
We got patches.
We got like the Olympic medal looking.
Well,
that's back when awards were awards. Like
that's way cooler than what I got. I will say this. I do miss the patches though, because what I would do, or I shouldn't say me, my mom did it. We had a like fleece blanket that we had this little thing draped down the wall in our room. My sister had one too. That's why I say we.
Yeah.
And we would take Velcro, we put it on the back of the patch, the little like adhesive Velcro, stick it on there, had the thing full. Man, my whole goal every year when I would bowl league as a junior was how many trophies, how many awards can I get this year? Like, I'm sure my mom got tired of me coming home at the end of the year with arms full of trophies that are just going to collect dust in the basement. And she hates dusting, so I'm sure she just despised that.
But that was a cool thing back then. It was like you got rewarded, you know, like it felt good. Like, oh yeah, look at me, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I found the trophies I had left were plaques anyway. I scraped them all off and I got like a little, now that I think about it, my little table over here for my pro shop in my garage, I was going to like route out the wood and put all the placards in there and then like epoxy over it. So it's like a permanent thing.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think I found like 30 or 40 something, like just whatever, high game or tournament wins or, you know.
My parents sent me one of my old awards when I got in November when they were out here for my wedding, and they they're like, hey, we found this. We figured you want this award. And I was like, oh, what is this? And I look at it, and it was Team High Game from when I was in high school. And I do not know what. So for our juniors in high school and all that, they always had a theme. Yeah. Everybody had to name their team after a theme. A lot of times it was candy bars or it was like soda or beverages. Yeah. I don't remember what it was this year, but our name was the Butte Pirates. Butte. Yeah. I don't know why a bunch of high schoolers team name was the Butte Pirates. But man, I started laughing when I saw it. I was like, what were we thinking back then? A bunch of idiots.
It was so funny. We were so rebellious. We used to just name, how much can we get off on a team name without it being thrown out? Like try to sneak, my brother was notorious for that. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I can say.
We don't know what this podcast is going to be rated. I'm not sure. We don't want to get demonetized here.
Or how to affect his standings in the, his current positions in USBC or whatever. But we used to put some of the craziest team names to see if people would catch it. It was hilarious. Like, and I asked the guys like on Facebook, like, is juniors still like juniors? Like, when we both, that was some of the best. That was like collegiate at like 12, 15. You know what I mean? Like 17 years old. Like team names like, oh, we're going to beat you, or y'all in last, or F these people, like our rivals or whatnot. Like, it was just like we were that confident. It was just a good, fun time. Like, yeah.
It's
like you have real rivalries with other bowling systems. Now it's like everything is a bolero. oh, the Bolero Glendales versus the Bolero Mesas. Like, like independent houses with legit beef. Like, nah, shoe up, bet. We ain't gonna talk about the betting we did, but
Hey,
Scholar Dollar. That's what it's called.
there may have been some betting going on when I was not 18, but it was a lot of $1 a pin kind of thing.
Nice.
$1 a pin if I beat whatever I beat you, $1 a pin, and then it was always double or nothing, double or nothing. It was always double or nothing until nobody owed anybody anything.
Yeah,
but
and that's how you learn how to bowl.
Hey, there was times when people owe you $200-$300, and they're like, "I'm making $725 at McDonald's. I ain't got $200-$300. We just got to keep bowling till I win."
Oh, and that's what kind of gets you prepared for these tournaments and strike situations. It's like, dude, like pressure is betting with money you don't have. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of times
isn't that Lee Trevino's quote? He said, "You don't know what pressure is until you're playing for $40 with $5 in your pocket," something like that. Yeah.
Playing with your league money to pay for juniors. It's like, well, I'm gonna go bet it real quick. Stupid little kid stuff, but this is what we wanted for the podcast. Like, just having conversations, good old times, and we'll touch on current events in future. Once we label something, write something down. But for the most part, this is just conversation, like memories and feelings, and it's like everyone else can be the first to talk about this and that. Like, who cares?
Yeah. Which, speaking of current events, we got to talk. I think we got to talk about this.
Okay.
Brandon Bonta, like,
yeah.
Did you see that?
I didn't see that show.
No. That's insane.
Yeah.
First PBA national tournament.
Yeah.
Major.
Yeah.
He comes in, runs the ladder,
yeah,
and shoots 300 against the best bowler on this planet right now.
Wow.
And wins.
Yeah.
He should have quit.
You're never going to beat that.
Yeah, he should have quit and been like, just sent out made a social media post and been like, yeah, this stuff's not even that hard. I'm just gonna do something. I'm gonna try baseball now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, oh yeah, I conquered that. Yep, bowling, check, did that.
That wasn't even hard. Like, that was easy, man.
Yeah, I didn't catch. I forgot where I was somewhere. I didn't see that show. Okay, so that's pretty much our show. Frequency, we'll work on that. Time and drop, we'll work on that, and topics, we'll work on that too. Like I said, this is just you're not gonna know what's gonna happen on this. We're just shooting the crap. Little TV 14ish, all right. So we will say that we gotta get some stuff off. We can't, this is for grown folks.
You got the foul line buzzer bleeper.
I'll work on that. We'll bleep out what we need to bleep out, but check it out. Like I said, let me know what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to talk about. Comments, topics, and call in one day. So
if you got any stories about anything that we talked about, just drop them in. Yeah. Put
your favorite story, any stories you want to, our best memories, or whatever you want us to talk about. That's what we'll do. It's all fun and games here.
Like I said, trying to put a positive spin on the sport of bowling.
Yeah.
It needs to be shine. We need to show the sport in a positive light.
Right.
And if we want more people to do it, we need to get more people to enjoy it. We can't have people
personality
talking down on it and stuff like that. Like, if you see somebody that's new to bowling, now granted I may be in a different spot than other people. I got a lot of bowling balls, but I see somebody at the bowling alley, they're new to bowling, they're practicing, whatever. Like, well, I got 20 bowling balls in the car. Here's a free bowling ball. I don't use this one much. Like,
exactly.
I mean, you got to go pay to have it plugged and drilled, but it's cheaper than buying a brand new one. But it gets people into the sport. It costs nothing to be kind. 95% of the nicest people you ever meet, you'll meet in a bowling alley.
Yeah.
And 5% of the biggest dickheads you'll ever meet, you'll meet inside of a bowling alley. Oh, man.
But that's it. That's all we got for this week. Tune in and, yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Tell a friend, hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right?
Hit the like button one time for the one time.
One time for the one time. Hey.
Peace.
Peace.